everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so you know the drill. We're slowing down so we can tune in to see what's available for us this week, and we do that using our breath. And the idea is, as you listen to the information as I open it up, to be able to pay attention and notice what's true for you, and maybe you'll get some even additional information for yourself, right? Or for somebody that you love, or a good friend, or some other area of your life that maybe you weren't maybe paying attention to, that now all of a sudden, like, wow, oh, I forgot about that. Now it's time to get down to business, right? So this is the reason we take our time to stop and to be able to tune in for the week, so that we're prepared and that we're ready for the opportunities. And this week is going to be a big one because we actually have an eclipse on Monday, and at least here in the US it's Monday, and it's a full moon eclipse, and it is in the sign of Aries. So essentially this full moon eclipse eclipses bring sudden endings and sudden beginnings, and they can actually become before, or they can come up to, I think, 6 months afterwards. So so there could be some subtle changes, but for some of you it could be like really big changes, right? Or maybe you've just experienced the big change. And a lot of times they say that the lunar eclipse moon has to do with a woman in your life, or a female in your life, or a female energy, and that could be eclipsed out of your life, meaning it could be suddenly they're married, or suddenly they're going off to school, or or it could be that there's just the passing of time, that you're just not connecting anymore, and you're sort of aware of that now, that things aren't the same. Or it could even be that they've passed on, they're older in age, and they've left this world. So there's a lot of different ways in which somebody can be eclipsed out of our life. It could also just mean that a female that you love and adore needs your support, or needs your friendship, or needs your advice. So there's a lot of different things that this energy can mean. It could mean that you're about to get divorced or separated. It could also mean that that's already happened, and this is sort of just the period at the end of the sentence. It's actually complete. So there's a lot of different things. So let's just tune in, connect with our energy, and see what's available for us for the week. Okay, so everybody just relax. Let go of the energy or the anticipation of what you might pick up or perceive, and let's see what's available for us this week. So the good news is this is a really good, positive energy. So for those of you that are kind of worried or concerned or nervous, like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, let that go, because there's such a supporting energy in the universe that if it were something that you would perceive as negative, there is so much support, so much like this groundswell of support to lift you up, that it is the best of the worst circumstances, right? If it were something negative. On the other hand, it feels like an opening, something really big, like you've wanted for a long time. So it could be that you're having a baby, or it could be that you're pregnant, or it could be that it's been a goal that you've been after, that you get married, or that you just recently got married, right? Or you're getting engaged, or you've just met the right person. So it feels positive. It doesn't feel negative to me. This energy this week feels really opening, and it also I want to say, like, it's heart energy. So I really feel like it's big, and it's open, and it's playful. So whatever big ending maybe you're going around, or shift or adjustment that's happening for you, remember, one door closes, another door opens. So there's something that's really wonderful that's brewing for you. And again, this could be old news for some of you. It could have already happened. It could have happened, 3 months ago, or 3 weeks ago, or 3 days ago. You would already gotten the news. Oh yeah, I left that job. Or, oh yeah, that wasn't good for me. Oh yeah, my son left his girlfriend. Oh yeah, my sister is not gonna see her best friend anymore. She's moving across the world, right? And it's going to be hard, but she's going to go visit her, right? So, oh yeah, my daughter's going off to college, or oh yeah, my son's wife just had a baby, right? So there's things that can happen in the past. All right, so let's look forward now to this week, okay? this is a week that you want to savor. You don't want to rush. It's really a week where you can be present. Like the energy is so big, it's like trying to sleep with the lights on, right? So you can't miss it. It's that kind of energy, which I love. You know, it's just like in your face, blaring, bright, what to do. You'd almost have to be, have a blindfold on and not want to see, and then your hands on top of that to miss whatever the message is that the universe is sending you. It is going to be that bright and flashing the neon lights in front of you about what to do and about what not to do. Okay, it's very loud and clear. This is not a confusing energy. If you're trying to make it confusing, there's something then that you don't want to hear, and it's something that you're afraid of. And if you just let go, you're going to see that it's going to be replaced with something bigger and better. So they're just showing me this whole week is illuminated. You're going to be very present. You'll be able to see exactly which direction to take, what to do. You'll be able to read through people like, yeah, they just said that to me and I don't believe them. You'll be able to like just laser beam and know exactly who's telling the truth, who's full of it, and who you can trust, right? There's that type of simplicity in the air this week. Okay, so love that. That's making our job easier, right? All right, so let's see what else is going on here. The other thing, it's important to make sure that you are focused on, so the universe can show us, oh, this is what needs to happen now, take the action. But we still have to take the action. And a lot of times we're afraid because we're calculating 10 steps ahead about what's going to happen instead of just taking the action, right? And, a lot of people will go, well, logically it makes sense for me to calculate 10 steps ahead. Well, that would be true if you'd actually take the action here. But what happens with most people is they calculate 10 steps ahead, and then they see, oh, it's not going to work out or it's going to get difficult, so then they don't even do it. Instead, they're projecting that, right? So instead of taking the action anyway and waiting and seeing what happens, and then if that happens, we'll figure it out when we get there. This is one of those things where you have to take the action. And eclipses are for those times you haven't taken the action and the universe kicks your butt and says, now you're doing it, right? So some of you may, whatever has gone on in your life or whatever is happening in your life, you've more than likely already had a sense that you were supposed to do this and just never got around to it or never had the courage or the faith to do it. And just, you're being put on notice, I better get moving because I want it on my terms instead of the universe doing that. So maybe if you're supposed to be moving, you're supposed to be getting out of your house and you need to get on the move and go find a new place to rent because your house is going to be sold in 2 months, right? This is the universe going, wake up. So there's a lot of powerful energy and signs and communication that will happen this week, but you have to take the action and the creative, also being creative with what you want to put back out there, what message you want to send out to the universe, because the universe is also helping illuminate you, right? So this is a full energy. It's open, and it's a time to let go and allow, right? So you really want to let go and let the universe kind of carry you to what's next. All right, what else can we expect for this week? So this is a week also where you need to be in communication directly with people. Don't let somebody else be the messenger for you. You want to make sure that you're communicating clearly with people, and that if there's something that needs to be said, that it comes from you. So everybody kind of needs to be their own messenger. Everybody needs to stand up for themselves and say what they need to say. If you're asking somebody else to go deliver a message for you or to do something on your behalf, it feels like it's going to be diluted, and the action it feels like it's not going to be in the flow or as powerful as if you take your own actions. So for the big things, make sure that you're doing them yourself. You're hand carrying the communication yourself. You're making those important phone calls yourself. You're taking those actions yourself. Okay. So it also feels like a really good week to travel. It feels like there's still some openings to travel and to have fun and to enjoy this. Some of you may have a lot of impromptu parties or impromptu moments that you're invited to. So go ahead and celebrate that. Have fun, make time for it, leave some room in your schedule, especially this month with these eclipses, so that you can have some flexibility to do spontaneous things, because I feel like there's a lot of spontaneous energy that's happening, not just this week, but the entire month. Let's see what else is in store for us this week. Okay, there's also creative energy to problem solve this week. So if you have a problem that you are just throwing your hands up in the air, this is a great week where you can say, help me figure this out. Help me figure out, how to get, support for my aging mother, or tell me how to help, to get the right doctors, or to find that whatever the situation is that you need. And a lot of times the way I like to work it is I like to just ask specifically, this is what I need help with, to the universe, and then go to bed. And then a lot of times either I'll wake up in the middle of the night with the answer, with the guides actually giving me information, or I'll wake up first thing in the morning and I'll just know. And I'll just know the right action, right? So the universe is ripe this week to creatively problem solve. So any problems you have, ask specifically, put it out there so you can get the answers, okay? Because this week it's wide open. And things you've never thought of, things that you like. And a lot of times, the truth is so simple, and then it comes back and you go, oh, all this time I've struggled and that's the answer, and it was so easy. So it could be that simple, all right? So just keep your eyes open, ask the specific questions so you can get the specific answer. All right, anything else this week before I leave you? Okay, so remember, we're still kind of in the energy of Leo, so stay in your lane, right? In other words, pay attention to what you need to be doing for you. Don't be looking at somebody else's lane, what they're doing, what they're not doing, what they should be doing. It's just going to cause you to go off course, right? So it's about having an awareness where other people are and letting them be, and knowing that it's okay where they are. If you want to help, say a prayer to the universe. Unless, there's certain situations, obviously, where you have to dive in and rescue somebody because of, that's where they are in their life at this time. But at the same time, that's when you can ask for the creative prayer and say, okay, help me, or give me the right solution for that. But the biggest thing is don't get caught up in somebody else's life because it feels like it just could turn into a train wreck for you both. So better take care of yourself, do what you need to do, and then that's going to open up. And then there'll be a time and a place where you'll be able to come back around and help that person, right? But we all have our own trajectory of things that we need to be doing and focusing on and handling for ourselves. And this is a week when we can get a lot done, and we really need to be able to do that. And last but not least, enjoy yourself. Like, there's this confetti everywhere. Like, go have fun, be spontaneous. Surround yourself with friends and people, and take trips, whatever it is, because it's like there's going to be these impromptu moments that show up for you. And whether it's an opportunity to go out to dinner or to fly on the other side of the world, who knows? Like, the sky's the limit. It's an eclipse, so anything can happen. All right, you guys, have a terrific week, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Enjoy this big birth of energy that's happening here, this wonderful eclipse here tomorrow. And remember, we've got another eclipse in a couple weeks that's even bigger, because it is a new moon eclipse, and it's here in the US. So yeah, so that Mac Daddy is coming. That's August 21st. So it's going to be a really big one. All right, you guys, have a terrific, wonderful week. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting. I appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you again next week.